Good morning, nice to meet you again on the Sunning Turnak channel, friends. How are you all? I hope you are all in good health and your fortune is smooth. As usual, friends, on this occasion we will share, of course, with the topic we will share is about chicken farming, especially free-range chicken farming. Many people want to raise free-range chickens, but most of them are hampered by capital. They don't have any capital, they have minimal capital, so in the end they don't raise them, it's just a desire. Because they think that raising free-range chickens requires a lot of capital, tens of millions, not to mention the coop. In fact, raising free-range chickens can be started from a small scale, as long as you are not embarrassed and are willing to be a little patient. Because most people are impatient and want to have a large-scale chicken farm, having hundreds of chickens, and some people are embarrassed to raise only 1 or 2 chickens. This is what becomes an obstacle because of impatience and a sense of prestige, so the desire to have chickens is dashed, just a wish. Even though raising chickens is easy to develop, what was originally just a single parent can grow to dozens or even hundreds of chickens. The key is to not be embarrassed and be patient. Well, on this occasion, we will discuss how to start raising chickens with minimal capital. Just one parent bird is enough to get it going. The capital we have to spend to buy one parent is approximately 50,000 to 60,000. Here 50,000 is enough to get a parent that is ready to lay eggs. So, with a capital of 50,000 we buy a female chicken as a parent. After we have the parent, don't cage it yet, let it roam freely and look for its own food in the wild. After that, it won't be long before it mates with the neighbor's rooster. In this way, we have saved money, no need to buy a rooster. It's a different story if we buy a parent chicken directly in the cage. We definitely need more capital to buy a rooster, because it is impossible for a parent chicken in a cage without a rooster to develop, not to mention the capital to buy feed. If we keep them in cages, we will definitely feed them all day and night, so the capital will definitely be bigger. So, with one parent to grow quickly and without capital to provide feed, we let it free, don't cage it first, let it look for food in the wild. At most, if we have household waste at home such as leftover rice, leftover vegetables, we can give it as feed. Later, after the mother hen starts laying eggs and the eggs have hatched, let the mother take care of them. If we don't have the capital to buy feed, if we don't have the capital to buy a box cage or brooding cage, the only downside is that if the chicks are taken care of by their mother, the growth of the chicken population is a bit slow, friends. Because it takes 2 to 3 months for a mother hen to raise her chicks, so after 2 to 3 months the mother hen will wean her chicks, after which she will mate again and lay eggs again. So if you want it to be faster, after hatching the chicks must be separated from their mother, so that the mother hen can quickly mate again and lay eggs again. Our tip for saving more capital, separate the chicks from their mother after 1 week or at least 10 days old, because at 10 days old the chicks no longer need a heating lamp, so you can save more capital. The condition of the chicks is also strong. They can adapt to the temperature conditions around them. At most, capital is used to buy feed because if the chicks are kept in cages, of course we have to feed them, buy manufactured feed so that the chicks' growth remains optimal. Don't give the chicks any feed that is available. Actually it doesn't matter, friends, the chickens will still live, the chicks can still grow, but their development will be slower. But even if you buy feed, it doesn't matter if you buy it, friends, because the chicks' feed requirements are still small. If you want to save money, you can give them factory feed until they are 21 days old or 3 weeks old. That's fine, friends. For the rest, aged 3 weeks to 1 month or 1.5 months, factory feed is sufficient to be used as a feed mixture only. It can be mixed with bran, rice bran, or other household waste. Well, with this method, even though we have minimal capital, our free-range chicken farming can still grow quickly, friends. We only need one parent, and it won't take long for our chickens to grow into tens or even hundreds. With the method we discussed earlier, separating the parent from their chicks will be very effective in accelerating the growth of our chicken population. It's different when we use the old method. The eggs hatch and are then left to be cared for by the mother in the wild. This has many drawbacks, friends. Firstly, the parents will take a long time to mate again, needing 2 to 3 months before they will mate. Then the chicks will be raised in the wild and will eat whatever they can. Of course this will have an impact on the growth and development of the chicks. Not to mention, later during the rainy season, usually many chicks will get cold which will impact the health of the chicks themselves. Usually, if the chicks are raised by their mothers, there will be a lot of chick deaths, especially if there are predatory pests. Usually in villages, in the countryside, there are still a lot of predators who like to prey on chicks. So, even if you have minimal capital, the method of separating the mother and the chicks must still be carried out in the way we have described above, so that our chickens, even if you only have one mother in 1 year, will grow quickly, friends. Because with this method, in 1 year the parent can have 4 to 5 egg-laying periods. If you calculate, with just one parent in 1 year it can grow to 28 fish. Let's say that in one period, laying 11 eggs, 7 of them hatch. That's the worst possible scenario. Sometimes when the conditions are good all the eggs can hatch, so 11 eggs hatch 7 of them. 7 times 4 periods is 28, friends. In 1 year, 1 can become 28. Maybe some people think that one tail can only become 28 tails, but this calculation is not finished yet, friends. Because the chicks that hatch in the first period in the 7th month are 7 months old, the chicks have started to become broodstock and are also ready to lay eggs. For example, in the first period, there are 3 or 4 females that hatch. In the 7th month, all 4 of the parent birds lay eggs. You can imagine how many chicks will be produced later. 1 initial broodstock plus 4 broodstock makes 5 broodstock, not to mention the broodstock that hatch in the 2nd month or in the 2nd period, then the 3rd and 4th. After a year, your friends will grow even faster, no longer tens, but hundreds of chickens, with only minimal capital, just one parent. So for those of you who want to start raising free-range chickens with minimal capital, don't hesitate, don't be embarrassed. The important thing is that you have the will and perseverance and you will definitely reap the results. Okay, that's enough for our chat this time. Hopefully we can continue chatting again on another occasion. Sorry if there are any wrong words. We from the Sunning Turnak channel ask to excuse ourselves. Greetings of success to all of us.